My long program was actually not my idea. I decided to work with a choreographer named Lori Nicole, and she had watched this movie called Mao's Last Dancer. He listened to the soundtrack and she fell in love with it immediately, and so she pitched the idea. I realized, his story is pretty similar to, my parents' story, and I figured that's a cool connection for me and something that I can, potentially portray the season through my skating, through my artistry. I'm opening up the program thinking about the first element. The music is very dramatic. The first few seconds of choreography matches the music really well, and it just kind of draws attention in, I think, and that's kind of the idea that we were going for there. After that first jump, I was super relieved that I hit that. I think it's definitely, if not the hardest, it definitely puts a lot, I use a lot of mental energy to do that jump properly, and so mostly just trying to breathe, trying to relax, and then figure out where I need to position myself for the next jump, because, placement of the jump is pretty crucial in terms of doing a successful jump. So this is my second jump. Pretty standard. I mean, it was pretty much exactly as I'd expected it to go. So yeah, mostly right now I'm just trying to breathe, trying to relax a little bit around the corner so that I have energy for this next jump. So spins are like a big part of our score as well, and we have to just make sure that we get the rotations, the number in, and then also making sure that our positioning is correct in terms of if our leg drops, we lose a level. If we don't hold the revolution, we lose a level. There's a lot of other little things. It's my footwork section right now. In general, it's the best moment where you can, express yourself, you can interpret the music the best. The judges can really see, because it's such a long period of time, and the judges can really see how you use your edges, how you are, expressing yourself through the movement. So this part is just mostly just recovering, resting. At this point in the program, I still got like a little more than a half gallon of gas in the tank. This is the moment in the movie where he sees his parents, so it's like a very touching moment, and it's based on a very like modern and American theme, but there's a lot of Chinese influence in the music. You can hear it in the instruments, and then after these next two jumps, it switches completely away from the Chinese aspect. The second half of the program, we get an extra 1.1 bonus, and so typically we try to backload the end of the program, but that tends to, take away from the program to some extent sometimes, and it kind of decreases our speed as all the jumps are, happening really quickly after each other. Say, I miss one of the jumps, there's tons of calculations that have to go in your head as soon as you make a mistake so that you are following the guidelines of, the rule book. I'm the only skater currently who can do all 5 quads, and so having that, that technical difficulty in my arsenal allows me to, manipulate the program however I want during the competition. So at this point, I'm like pretty gassed, but this part in the music starts building and it gets really, really powerful. So I have to make sure that I express that happiness, but also just sheer power. This is my last spin. Ultimately, I'll only potentially be able to go to like 2 Olympics in my whole entire life. So really just enjoying that moment, embracing that moment, just like feeling the energy from the audience and just really being present.